I would like to invite Mamta Madhivali to come on the stage. Mamta is Head of Operations for HSBC, and she's also the Center Director for the Hyderabad site. Mamta, please come on stage. Thank you.
Right. So before we even start off, I have a couple of questions. So by show of hand, can I have a response to these two questions, please? So all of you sitting here, do you believe that women want to lead?
Yes.
Wonderful. Do you think women have the ambition to lead and be successful? So why do we have a situation today where we don't really have an optimal gender balance in key leadership positions in organizations? Why, as NASSCOM, we are doing these sessions on diversity and inclusion with gender also being a key focus? That's really the question, and that's really the answers that we are looking for. So there's a lot of study that has happened in terms of when do women actually learn to become leaders? The behaviors of becoming leaders. Now let me give you an example, and I'm sure most of you would resonate with it. Right? As a young child, you look up to your mother. Right? And if you really look at your mother and think about just a single day in her life, she'll probably demonstrate a gamut of leadership skills. Right? Multitasking. Right from sending kids to school, to managing family, extended family, neighbors, chores. Right? The entire day is all about multitasking. And then, mother also does a lot of collaboration. Right? Developing her own support structure around her, leveraging on colleagues at work, leveraging on neighbors just to get through a single day. So here we are looking at a woman who already has a skill of multitasking and who has sheer ability to be able to create a support structure and collaborate. And for me, the very important thing is, I think, her ability to negotiate. Now think about it. Managing servants at home, help at home, negotiations on leave management, absence management, salary management, right? These come naturally to a woman. And stress management, despite all that, there's a smile at the end of the day. So as a child, as a young child, this particular girl is always looking up to her mother who's demonstrating all these varied skills. Research actually proves that leadership is not something that's taught to women during adulthood. It's actually that's something she's exposed to right from that age. These leadership capabilities of stress management, collaboration, building network, being able to navigate through a very complex system is something that comes very naturally to women. But what happens after that, right? Goes through childhood, goes through education, but what really happens after that when somebody sets foot in a corporate world? So I'll tell you my story. Right? So as a child, there are two women, two powerful women, I would say, who had a huge influence on my behaviors and traits. One's my mother, the other is my dance teacher. So my mother is a doctor. By profession, had no choice but to multitask, right? And do a work-life balance between her hospital as well as managing a couple of kids. And yes, there will be days, the doctor's life is truly unpredictable, right? There will be days where she really goes through stress, but I would never know that she would have had a particularly bad day in the hospital. The second person that has hugely influenced me is my dance teacher. An individual who was highly capable from the Madras Kala Kshetra, Civil Services 1986 batch, Indian Railway Traffic Service, and right from childhood at the age of 6 when I started to perform, I've learned the ability to plan, to organize, to multitask, because if I didn't do that, I would have failed either in academics or my dance, which was my passion. So there is no choice but for me to imbibe all these capabilities and learn from her. And that, I'm sure, if each of you sitting here, irrespective of the gender, think about it, you would have had powerful positive role models in your life who have influenced your leadership capabilities. So my journey kind of continued, loving to dance, kind of loved to study, and then finished my graduation. And as it happens with I think most of us, either of the parents being a doctor, I also wanted to be a doctor. I said, right, my mother is a doctor, so I will also want to be a doctor, and then went through the rigmarole of, your coaching classes, wrote MSET, didn't get through, an absolute failure. Was my mother disappointed? Might have been, but you know what? She never demonstrated it. So again, what did I learn? That failure is not the end of it. And when you fail, you don't show it on the team or demonstrate disappointment visibly with the team, right? You learn failures to take it in your stride and move on from there. So I changed streams completely after science, right? I said science is not my cup of tea, I've got to become a doctor, so let me finish my graduation and then moved into MBA. And MBA finance, somebody who was used to, let's say, dissecting prawns and cockroaches to looking at a textbook which said debit and credit, and I had no idea what it was. Right, so there's a quantum of effort that I had to put in to really get myself to a level where can actually take finance as a specialization was huge. But what this taught me is any new role that you pick up, yes, you go with transferable skills, but there's always a learning from the scratch that needs to happen. So every step of your life, every journey that you take, teaches you something, augments your skills that will help you flourish and do well in a corporate world. So I did my MBA finance. I think did reasonably okay. I think standing second in the institute was decent enough. And then I joined a company which was into doing market research analysis. So I did that job for about 3 years, writing fundamental market research reports. And then I joined HDFC Bank. And I joined HDFC Bank as a relationship manager, very excited, right, in the bank, as an RM, dealing with high net worth customers. I did that for a year and a half, to be precise. Whilst I loved what I did, I realized that's not what I really wanted to do, right? It's just for me, and that's kind of my view. My husband would disagree that he's still with HDFC Bank. It's just meeting customers, the targets, the pressure of service, operations, audit is something that I didn't really want to do, right? The calls, as a relationship manager, I was not expected to be sitting at my desk. My job was to go out onto the market, get new customers, deepen existing relationships. The job description was pretty different. And that's something, whilst I learned a lot, I realized it's not really my cup of tea. And then came HSBC, right? I joined HSBC in September 2001. Again, I must admit, was a big decision to take, right? It was at that time when the so-called BPOs were mushrooming, right? Some people would advise you, great, go and join, that's the place to be. Some people would advise you, what are you doing? Why are you doing something as steady as an HDFC Bank? Go and pick up something you don't even know whether that organization will be there 5-6 years down the road. Yes, it's HSBC, it's huge, but it's just the concept of having back-end operations. It was not a tested concept, right? But I took a calculated risk. It's a leap of faith that I took and joined HSBC. Then in 2001, I think 18 years, my journey with HSBC has been phenomenal, right? I joined as an assistant manager, managing a team of 25 people in HSBC. Today I head operations in Hyderabad, and it's a team size close to about 7,700. So the journey has been extremely phenomenal. There have been ups and downs. There have been a lot of learnings, and I'll touch base upon a few things because we're really talking about women in leadership roles. My career, to a certain extent, I would say, has been planned, but to a large extent has actually been by chance as well. Right, so I'll tell you why that happened. So I joined as an assistant manager, then we were really setting up this huge credit operations in Hyderabad, and as with any organization, an internal job posting came out. Did I go and apply for it? No, because I looked at it and I said, yeah, credits, operations, I've been in the organization only for a year and a half. I can't do it. How can I apply? Really, these things that women probably resonate with, right? There's a self-doubt. Can I pick it up? It's just a year and a half. Why should I even apply for that role? Right? And this is where your trusted advisors come in. Right? So my line manager said, go for it. You have an experience of working in a retail bank, you manage high net worth customers, you did credit applications, why don't you go and put in your application? So I got through the role. So again, for women here, it's such a very, very common thing, right? You look at a role, you look at the skill sets needed and you think, maybe I have 80% of that, but you know what? I don't have 20%, so I will not apply. It's just now getting out of that comfort zone to be able to challenge yourself to say, you know what, I have 80%, let me put in my application. If it works, great. If it's not, you at least know where the gaps are, and then you can start working towards plugging in that gap. So that journey of credit operations has been great, setting up a team. What happened to my dance? Right, that's my passion. So I continue to perform, I continue to balance between working and also dancing. But you know what the biggest challenge was? The biggest challenge was with the timings, right? It's as simple as that. The timings that I was working. I was supporting the UK market and I had to replicate the UK hours. And my dance performances were in the evening. And I couldn't have audience coming in at 10 in the night saying I work UK hours and here I do a performance at 10 in the night. So that was a very, very difficult balance to strike. Because all the years, right through my academics to until that point in my career, I never even thought that, my life, my career and dance were different. For me, it was just one life that I was able to manage. But it really came to a stage where I had to take a decision, what do I do with it? And I keep saying this dance is really my, passion. And then the organization supported me, but how did they support me? It didn't automatically happen. Right? It was those conversations that I had to do with my line manager, building that professional working relationship where I was able to collaborate and rely on some of my colleagues to be able to deliver the best that I could. And there were quite a few opportunities that came my way, sometimes to my line manager, sometimes to the mentors that I had. I grabbed those opportunities knowing some of them were hugely difficult. But I had to take that leap of faith, I had to take that calculated risk, and I think the results are kind of there now to be seen. But overall, I think women in leadership, for us to be successful, there are just few basics, right? You absolutely need to build your professional and personal working relationships. That is what you absolutely need to do. How do you collaborate? Trust in yourself, taking that leap of faith and just taking those calculated risks. And when you reach this position, and all of you here are in the position of influence, we really need to think what we can do for women. And there are several initiatives within HSBC that we have, and I know Balaji will touch upon it, that really encourage women growth and promotion of women in the organization. They're very, very focused and targeted initiatives that we have. And for all the women here and all for the men here, growth, promotions is not just vertical, right? Also look at how you can contribute to the strategy of an organization. How can you participate in improving your ratio of people with disability? How can you promote agility? How can you make the work environment more diverse and more inclusive? And that is where you influencing the strategy will also help you to get a broader exposure, broader experience, raise your profile, raise your visibility, and then there's nothing stopping you. Thank you. That was my 2 cents.